That's why step 3 is to pick some investments. This is all about deciding what actually goes into the box. So we could fill it with individual stocks like Amazon, Meta, Apple, Tesla, and Nvidia. But to be honest, while these are great companies, putting all your money into a handful of individual stocks can be really risky. If one of these companies doesn't perform well, it could drag down your entire portfolio. That's because your money is tied up in just a few companies, and that increases your risk. That's why for this challenge, I'm using a different strategy. And you might have guessed it already. It's called index fund investing. This will give us exposure to loads of different companies without all the stress of picking individual stocks and praying for a winner. Index funds can hold shares from hundreds, sometimes even thousands of different companies at once. This makes it easy to invest in a whole bunch of companies all at the same time, making your portfolio more diversified. Now, here's the best part. What makes this even more powerful is that it's going right inside my tax advantaged account. So not only do I get the benefits of diversification and low cost, but I also get to avoid paying taxes on dividends or capital gains while it grows. This is perfect for my $5 per day challenge. Of course, it's important to remember that stocks can go up as well as down, and your capital is always at risk when investing. However, if you choose to invest in an index fund like the S&P 500, which tracks the performance of the top publicly traded companies in the United States, it's worth noting that historically, no one has lost money when they've bought and held for over 20 years. Past performance isn't a guarantee of future results, but long-term investing in diversified funds like this can help reduce risk compared to individual stocks. Let's head over to Trading 212 and set this up. To the left, you can see this option to create a pie. Once you click it, it gives you some different options like copying model pies, looking at other people's pies in the community, and creating your own custom pie. A pie is just a fancy way of showing you how your investments are divided between different stocks. For example, if you had $100 and split it equally between 4 individual stocks, your pie would have 4 equal slices of 25% each. We're going to go with the custom pie option and click Add Instruments. I'm going to search for a simple Vanguard S&P 500 index fund,